After the 2013 and 2017 elections, which saw results transmitted electronically and biometrics used to register voters and identify them, the number of voters increased. However, the use of technology remains a source of worry for this poll watchdog.
I think the only major positive aspect of the technology which has come to Kenya, as I said, was voter registration. I think that has worked very well. However, there have been more problems, in my view, than there have been the benefit. That's just one aspect of it. But the major problems that we've been having with technology is the fact that it has made our elections much more complex.
Technology will come into play 2 times on the general elections day. If the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission assured precautions were in place to avoid any failure, there is no such thing as zero risk.
We don't know with certainty that the system of transmission will work 100%. That's where the problem is. The second part of the technology problem lies with the identification process. And this is much more of a political problem than a technical problem.
More than 55,000 machines used for identifying voters and sending results have been deployed in Kenya. British firm Smartmatic, which is the software provider for the August 9 election, denied criticism that its technology has flaws. However, distrust in electronic ballot counting and violent post-electoral memories remain vivid.
Raila Amolo Odinga, a veteran Kenyan political leader and one-time Prime Minister, taking part in what is the last campaign rally before the August 9 presidential election. An anti-establishment firebrand, Odinga's decision to strike an alliance with his arch rival, President Uhuru Kenyatta, and secure the ruling party's backing risk taking the shine off his brand. He is not unmindful of this.
The work of uniting the people of Kenya will continue. And that's why I've told the people who are running against us, Uhuru is the outgoing president of the Republic of Kenya. Leave him alone. Let him go and retire in peace. If you have a problem, face Raila Odinga and Matakarwa squarely.
Now 77, Odinga's early years in politics saw him spend much of his time in prison or in exile. His running mate is Martha Karua, a former long-standing member of parliament and Minister of Justice. Baba V has said, when we win the election, and we will by God's grace, and Kenyans, our first job will be to fight corruption. And I have accepted the call to be following the issues of law and order. And with Baba V, we will be that cane for all the corrupt people in the country. Odinga, who says he is contesting for the last time, has unsuccessfully run for the president 4 times before. Opinion polls show that he and Deputy President William Ruto are leading in this race to succeed Uhuru Kenyatta.
The parliamentary absolute majority for the ruling party in Senegal is no more. According to provisional results presented Thursday by the Electoral Commission, President Macky Sall's Benno Bokk Yakaar coalition secured 82 out of the 165 seats in the July 31 legislative polls. The opposition hoped the elections would impose a cohabitation or a divided government on Sall and curb any ambition he may have for a 3rd term. The mission seems accomplished. The main opposition coalition, Yewi Askanwi, won 56 seats, while its ally, Wallo Senegal, won 24 seats. Less than 50% of some 7 million Senegalese eligible to vote in the election cast a ballot. The ruling coalition lost 43 seats from the 125 it secured in 2017. According to local media, the opposition gained ground, particularly in urban areas. For the final results to be proclaimed by the Constitutional Council, the 8 competing coalitions will have time to voice any concern. On Wednesday, the main opposition coalition asked the National Commission for the Census of Votes to suspend the publication of the results, evoking alleged irregularities. South Sudan's post-Civil War transitional period is extended by 2 years. On Thursday, the country's leaders, President Salva Kiir and VP Riek Machar, solemnly signed the document stipulating the new timeline in Freedom Hill, Juba. It once again changes provisions of the peace agreement both statements signed in 2018. This move was met with criticism of illegitimacy that the leaders tried to address.
We are not extending the transition because I want to stay in the government longer. We don't want to rush you into an election that will take us back to war.
You have no choice. You have to extend. Our concern was, if we extend, how do we sell it to South Sudanese? Because some people think extension is just for sake of being in power.
Representatives of the US, UK and Norway, the so-called sponsors of the nation's independence in 2011, boycotted the announcement, deploring, among other things, a process without inclusive consultations.
A group of UN experts on Thursday accused Rwanda's military of launching incursions into neighboring Democratic Republic of Congo and of backing armed groups there. In a report to the UN Security Council, the experts say Rwanda's forces have launched attacks against the Congolese army and its positions in the east of the country since last November. The experts say that Kigali also sent men to reinforce the M23 rebels during complex operations. Their report vindicates Kinshasa's assertions that the M23 rebels are backed by Kigali. Rwanda denies the accusations. At the start of June, the border town of Bunagana fell to the rebels after clashes with the Congolese forces. Drone images provided by MONUSCO, amateur videos and eyewitness accounts point to the presence of Rwandan armed forces and weapons transferred to the M23 in and around the town on the day before and after the attack. A spokesman for the UN mission, who has since been expelled by the Congolese authorities, told the media last week that the peacekeeping forces do not have the means to confront the M23 rebels.
Les forces armées de la République démocratique du Congo par rapport